Principles, Steps, and Synergy. What is the basis for this course? This course is founded on principles that are as reliable and enduring as the laws of nature. Each principle applies equally to everyone, and each and every individual benefits from observing each principle, but especially from observing all three principles in combination. It is also true that each and every individual loses benefits by not doing so. Additionally, the specific implementing steps recommended for observing all three principles in combination are founded on the reliable facts of the original sources of authority, namely the U.S. Constitution, the U.S. Code of Laws, the U.S. Code of Regulations, the codes of laws of the 50 states, and the published instructions of the U.S. Department of the Treasury Internal Revenue Service. Finally, an identifiable synergy exists among each of 5 combinations of specific practices, wherein much greater benefit is realized by combining the specific practices than by not combining them. The benefits of acting in recognition of synergy can be compared to the benefits of employing simple machines. Just as use of an inclined plane or a pulley can facilitate or make it easy to elevate a heavy load, specific practices in recognition of synergy can facilitate or make it easy to realize great wealth. Moreover, just as using a compound pulley can make it extremely easy to elevate a heavy load, specific practices in recognition of compound synergy can make it extremely easy to realize great wealth. Accordingly, properly combined and implemented, these principles and implementing steps are as true and as sure as any steel-reinforced concrete foundation, from which any steel-reinforced concrete structure could not be shaken with anything less than a truly earth-shattering event. Steel-reinforced concrete strength and durability that far exceeds the sum of the strength and durability of the basic elements of water, sand and/or stone aggregate, cement hardener, and steel bars is an example of synergy, wherein the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, the value of the combination being much greater than the value of the sum of the basic elements. Just as combining basic elements forms concrete of much greater strength and durability than the sum of those of the basic elements, observing all three principles in combination provides financial benefits much greater than the sum of those of observing the principles individually, not in combination. Just as adding steel bars to the mix forms reinforced concrete of even greater strength and durability than the sum of those of the basic elements, a compound synergy exists wherein implementing the specific steps recommended for observing all three principles in combination provides financial benefits even greater than the sum of those of observing the principles individually, not in combination, and without implementing the specific steps. In simpler terms, little, if any, wealth can be realized by means of traditional methods, but great wealth can be realized in recognition of this compound synergy, particularly since a characteristic of this compound synergy is the generation of wealth and income in the most efficient, safe, and secure way possible, making your financial prosperity thrive on its own, rather than grow only as much and as long as you can push it through many adversities. This is possible in a large way by leveraging your time. Twice. First, you're a busy person. Your time is precious and limited, and this course takes that into consideration. In just a few minutes, each session will give you the high level of practical expertise you need to achieve maximum prosperity as quickly as possible. Second, the clock is ticking, and you have only so many years to generate a sufficient amount of wealth to provide a comfortable income, whether or not you choose to retire. It is accordingly absolutely imperative that you get started right away and use the principles, steps, and synergies explained in this course to start snowballing your wealth right away. Even if you are very young, which makes time very much on your side, you'll benefit the most if you don't put this off until later. Later is the key term people think of when they believe they have time on their side. They think of this term when they go into debt. They can worry about paying off the debt later. They think of this term when they choose a specific financier. They can decide whether or not they're getting the best terms later. They also tend to put off planning for their future until later, most of them not realizing that they are throwing away great time leveraging potential. Procrastinating, paying too much interest, and earning too little interest are devastating to your financial prosperity, and it is just too late to do anything about it when you are suddenly out of time, out of energy, and struggling to survive on government welfare benefits. Another thing making it absolutely imperative that you do get started right away is inflation, which is also devastating to your financial prosperity. However, while you cannot control the effects of inflation, you can beat inflation. In fact, by the time you finish this course, you'll be able to beat everything that is devastating to your financial prosperity. And you'll be able to master everything that enhances and accelerates your financial prosperity. Another practical example of synergy is making a diligent, focused effort in combination with following instructions for doing something new, which results in the reward of a job well done, not only correctly and with the anticipated benefits, but also in probably the most efficient and least time-consuming manner. By making a diligent, focused effort in combination with implementing the specific steps explained in this course, you will enjoy great financial prosperity that you could not otherwise achieve.